DEFY Wrestling. You're going to get a championship match against Kenta. If fans have never tuned into DEFY Wrestling or tuned into you or Kenta, what can fans expect from this matchup? Because I know everyone knows, say, you from AEW. They know
Yeah,
Kenta from different organizations as well. So coming together, what can fans expect from this matchup if they're tuning in for the first time with DEFY Wrestling on November 18th?
I think the match is going to be very good. I think it's going to be awesome. I think, you know, Kenta I've been watching. I used to have the best of Kenta VHS and DVDs, from his Noah days. Um, bad guy. He would beat the shit out of people in that ring, and that's what he was known for. And it always was appealing to me. And I like I like situations that make fans think what's going to happen here. Well, these guys are very different in styles, but we're a lot closer than you believe. And my job as a wrestler is to work, for my opponent. So you're going to see a great match between Kenta and Joey Janela on Saturday night, as long as I make it through Mike Bailey on Friday night, because GCW debuts in Seattle, in Washington Hall that night. And I've been trying to, bring the powers together for a long time. The guys at DEFY and the guys at GCW, I've been trying to do this for a few years now, because DEFY has always had a special place in my heart. One of my favorite cities to wrestle in, one of my favorite venues to wrestle in. And I thought GCW and DEFY doing a weekend like this would be just great for the fans of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, there's a lot happening this weekend in professional wrestling, but it's a double dose of wrestling on Friday and Saturday. It's going to be crazy with GCW and DEFY coming together. It's like the mega powers, the handshake.
I think it is the two top independent wrestling companies in the United States, and I think it's the two greatest fan bases in indie wrestling. So I think indie wrestling is definitely not what it was a few years ago. But there's a lot to do with that. But they're still, GCW and DEFY are still putting out quality every month. So expect this to be a great weekend of professional wrestling. I can't wait.
Oh man! Again, it's wrestling right now. Not just one company, not just two companies. Every company I feel like is soaring because wrestling right now. There's a wrestling boom, and GCW is selling out. For instance, WWE. You have all these other companies selling out, doing amazing business. So I'm so excited for what's going to happen with you and what's going to happen with GCW and DEFY Wrestling. If you have a few more minutes, I talked about AEW just for a brief moment. Well,
Yeah,
actually, before we talk about that. A lot of crazy things on the internet. A lot of crazy things. Let's throw out this question. What's more likely to happen? CM Punk shows up in Chicago at Survivor Series, or he's revealed to be the devil in the mask in AEW.
people keep on talking about this devil character. It's kind of I doubt that. I
You
think
doubt
CM
he's the
Punk,
devil.
I doubt CM Punk is um ever going to be in All Elite Wrestling again. Um, and if I'm wrong, then I was worked just like every other human in the business. But uh, I do still have friends there, and I do know, you know, definitely more details than a lot of you guys in both situations that happened with CM Punk. I know they weren't worked, they weren't fake. So if my friends are working me, then fuck them. But anyways, I can see CM Punk going back to WWE, especially with that the money they just and the acquirement of the WWE from what is it, Endeavor? Is that the name of the
Yeah,
company?
yeah. Endeavor, who owns UFC, who now formed the company TKO. So now there's a lot of flow of money.
Yeah, there's a bag, and Nick Khan's a smart guy, very smart guy, and I think he's turned around that business uh, in a big way. With whether he has something to do with Logan Paul coming in, that puts more eyes on the business than ever. That guy's a megastar, you know. Uh, he's one of the biggest celebrities in the world. Now he's the U.S. champion, and then you got all these celebrities coming in, and you have Cody Rhodes is back, and he's just a huge merch seller, babyface ticket pusher for that company, and Roman Reigns and the Bloodline storyline and all that stuff. They've done a lot of good business in the last year or so, and I could see CM Punk coming back there, whether some of the wrestlers there like it or not. Yeah, but he'll be more caged there, and I guarantee you, if CM Punk comes back to WWE, he won't be fighting anyone in that fucking locker room.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think there's
They
probably
handle
something. Yeah.
it somewhat. I hate to say it, AEW sometimes the inmates run the asylum, which is not good for the business. Sometimes you need to have these guys on a leash. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, especially some of the stuff I look back at AEW, some of the stuff I said on social media, and some of the things I've done and the way I acted at some points, like getting drunk and getting into uh, little spats with people at concerts and stuff. You know, I should have been. I shouldn't been. It should have been a lot more clear to me that I shouldn't do something like that or be in those types of situations that I'm now on TV, and it, you know, their reputation, my reputation is their reputation. Uh, so, but I haven't been there in a couple years, so I don't know how it is. So I just know it's a wild west of wrestling. So who knows? Good for
Right.
those guys get paid. Good for them, and I in WWE, if you if you if you're in trouble.
I imagine that yes, you do. When you disappear from television, that's the thing too. Is like when, for instance, let's just use what you said for an example. If you do something wrong, there should be punishment because you said if you're out there doing something and everyone knows about it, well, your company would find out about it and then punish you for doing that because if you work for the company, you represent the company when you're not
Yeah.
even working at the company.
Yeah, a lot of people say stupid shit there on the internet. I say stupid shit, but I'm also an independent wrestler. I'm my own boss right now, so I can do that.
Right. It's completely different. It's completely different. So either way, obviously each company has a different way of doing business, and so I don't work for either one of them. I talk to all the wrestlers and do interviews for all the companies, but some people are clearly liking the way in the Wild Wild West at AEW where you can do your own thing. The WWE puts the shackles on you and says, "Is this what you're doing? If you want to do work for us, this is what you do. If you don't want to work for us, this is see you later. We don't need you. We've
Yeah,
been around in business for 60 years."
and a lot of us that came in there, we were just independent wrestlers, and we were thrown right into the fire. So it's like I was doing my own thing for a very long time, and I was, beating my own drum on the independents, and then I was thrown into the fire at AEW, right into matches with John Moxley on pay per view, and Kenny Omega and all these guys, and you know that's a little overwhelming, and sometimes that will cause you to act up a little bit. But I'm a little bit more mature now, and I'm still Joey Janela, but I'm also 30, almost 35 years old. So it's like, you know, make that money and have a good time, and when the opportunity comes, and there will be an opportunity again when I'm in that spotlight, we'll take it a little bit differently, be a little bit more professional.